Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to your daily Ethereum update. Quite a lot to talk about in this video, but basically I'll give you a full overview for this weekend and also kind of leading into next week. We'll talk about fundamentals. We'll talk about some technical ideas. So let's get right into it. First of all, if you take a look at Ethereum right now, it's probably volume has dropped down probably a little bit. Down about 17%. I mean, in the end, we were quite bullish yesterday, but we were not as bullish as we were the last two times that the transition from Friday to Saturday was around. Where the first time was the 13th to the 14th, we were very bullish, and then last week as well. Well, we didn't get that, even though I did kind of expect it, or at least half expect it. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world. In the end, we are still very bullish. We're still above this level here, around 1550. And I still do expect bullish momentum, but we'll talk about that. Apart from that, fundamentals in the market, I would argue, are still pretty good. Dollar strength index is still low, which we'll not take a look at today because the markets for that are closed in the weekend. And the big thing, obviously, next week and what we have to prepare for is the Federal Reserve interest rate and basically what they'll say about that. Usually there's a press conference after that as well, but it doesn't show on my FX booknet right now. It's probably just a mistake because I do expect that to be there. They usually do a press conference, and that's going to be the main fundamental catalyst. What they'll say there about the monetary policy, are they going to keep increasing the interest rates or not? That's going to determine whether we can actually get some sort of a rally up towards 1800, or whether this was it. 1680 was the resistance level and will start dropping. So that's what we're working towards. But first of all, we have the days leading up to that. It's in 4 days, so we still have some time before that. And in those days, I expect bullish momentum. That also happened the last time around when we got that Federal Reserve interest rate, which was right here, Wednesday the 14th of December. And ahead of that, as you can see, starting Monday morning, we were actually quite bullish. Went from 1250 all the way up to 1350. And then we dropped down because they did not say good things about the monetary policy. So you can definitely see what can happen if we do not get the results we want, and we could even drop down further because the rally up was has been way higher than it was back then. But yeah, that's just the way it is. But because of that, I do expect in the upcoming days, well, probably not in the upcoming 24 hours, but starting Monday, I do expect that we'll be able to get some sort of bullish momentum, break above our main resistance level between 1600 and 1610, and get towards 1680. And we talked about that yesterday already as well, about whether we can break 1680 or not ahead of the interest rate. And I'm going to say no for now. This is just my price target now, 1680, so our previous high. But when we reach that level, or when we're close, I'll make an update on Ethereum and I'll tell you whether I think we can break it then or not. So yeah, this is I do want to highlight something. I mean, right now, if you take a look at Ethereum technically, what looks like the most likely scenarios, you can actually see that we're making some lower lows right here. So it looks like technically we're forming some sort of a bullish flag, which basically is that if the price goes up, it has a small flag down, which is a bullish flag because it's a continuation pattern, after which we would continue to go up. But following that pattern, what would be the most likely scenario is that we would drop down right now, probably drop down to this level around 1500, and then from there start another leg up like this. Technically, this looks like the most sound analysis. However, I still think this is going to happen because I really value the fundamentals a little bit more than the technicals. But I just wanted to highlight that that's the case. All right, technically it's more expected that we would drop down towards 1500 and then from there pick up speed. But it's I think the fundamentals we will get next week, definitely with the monetary policy being very prominent in crypto right now. I think that's going to lead the movements. And therefore, I expect us to hold 1540 and get some bullish momentum a little bit ahead of time, technically, perhaps. But that's my take on Ethereum for today. If you do have any questions, let me know. But for now, take care and bye.